The invasion of Karth Vale was supposed to be easy. That was what Commander Threx had been told. A soft, agricultural world, weak defenses, no serious military presence, a population that had never seen real war. Take the cities, break the grid, burn a few settlements, let fear do the rest. That was the doctrine of the Jatal Dominion. For the first 2 days, it worked. Dropships fell through the clouds, walkers crossed the plains, human defenses collapsed beneath plasma fire. The Dominion banners rose over shattered towers and refugee roads. By the 3rd day, Karth Vale belonged to the invaders. By the 4th day, something changed. A patrol vanished near the Northern River Works. Then a relay team stopped reporting from Marrow Ridge. Then 2 scouts were found in a ravine with their throats cut through the seals of their armor. No gunfire, no survivors. Commander Threx stood over the bodies and felt something cold settle into his chest. Captain Sir, commander of the 4th Spear Battalion, crouched beside one of the corpses and clicked his mandibles in annoyance. "Local resistance," he said. "Nothing more." Threx said nothing. Someone had written a word across the dead trooper's visor in human blood. Run. Beneath the body, carved into the mud, was a second message. You took the wrong world. The first recording arrived at Forward Command 6 hours later. It came through a secure military channel that local resistance should never have been able to touch. No source, no trace, just a file. Threx played it in the command bunker. Helmet cam footage. A Dominion fire team moving through forest at night. 7 soldiers. Weapons up. Professional spacing. Then one trooper vanished into the dark. The others turned, sweeping lights through the trees. Nothing. Then the missing trooper appeared overhead, hanging from a branch. Dead. Chest carved with a human skull symbol. The squad panicked. They opened fire into the woods. Then footsteps came from the darkness. Slow. Measured. A human stepped into the light. Tall. Mud darkened. Face streaked with ash. Rifle in one hand, knife in the other. The squad fired. The recording dissolved into chaos. Screams, muzzle flashes, static, heavy breathing. Then the final frame froze on the human's face, inches from the lens. Cold, calm, watching. The file ended. Silence filled the bunker. "One operative," Captain Sir said at last. "That is all?" Threx kept staring at the screen. "One operative who killed 7 soldiers and sent us the footage through our own command net." His name was Captain Nathan Voss. Human Special Forces. He had been inserted with a recon strike team before the orbital grid fell. Their mission had been to sabotage Dominion landing beacons along Marrow Ridge. They succeeded. Then they were ambushed. Recovered fragments of human body cam footage showed enough. A canyon at dawn. Suppressed rifle fire. Plasma eruptions from concealed Dominion positions. Human voices calling for medics. Charges detonating under a walker. At the end of one damaged recording, a voice came over the comm. Voss. Low. Controlled. Breathing through pain. "They got us. Team is gone. I'm still here." A pause. "They shouldn't have missed." That line spread through the Dominion ranks faster than any virus. At first it was a joke, then a superstition, then a warning they shouldn't have missed. By the 6th day of occupation, Dominion troops stopped volunteering for ridge patrol. By the 7th, sentries were sleeping with lights on and motion sensors strapped to their armor. By the 8th, soldiers were shooting at shadows. The human never attacked the same way twice. Sometimes he cut power to camps and let the dark do the work. Sometimes he hijacked comms and lured patrols into minefields made from stolen power cells and farm explosives. Sometimes he left bodies where they would be found. Sometimes he killed no one at all. Those nights were worse, because troops would hear tapping outside their tents, or breathing in the walls, or a human voice whisper over the comms, "Are you awake?" Then nothing, no attack, no movement, just the knowledge that something was near enough to kill them and was choosing not to. Morale began to collapse. Patrol spacing broke down because no one wanted to be last. Officers lied in reports to avoid night sweeps. Rumors spread. Some said there were multiple humans. Some said he could see in darkness. Some said he was not a man anymore. Among the younger troops, they gave him a name: the Devil of Marrow Ridge. Captain Sir led the counter hunt himself. He took trackers, drones, elites, and 3 full companies into the highlands. He promised to bring the human back alive. Only 11 soldiers returned. None of them could explain exactly what happened. They spoke in fragments, fog, traps, false heat signatures, cut comm lines, human voices coming from empty caves, explosions in the dark. Captain Sayre was found hanging from the wreckage of his own command skimmer. His sidearm had been placed neatly in his hands. Across his chest plate, written in blood, was a message. "Your turn, Commander." They brought the body to Threx. He stared at it for a long time. This was not rage. This was design. The human was not fighting to survive. He was dismantling the invasion through fear. Every lost patrol, every false report, every sleepless sentry, every trigger pulled at shadows. The human was turning the Dominion against itself. And it was working. That night, Threx sealed forward command and doubled security. Sensors covered every entrance. Auto turrets tracked every corridor. Guards swept every vent and maintenance shaft. Then the lights flickered. One of the internal displays turned on by itself. White text appeared on a black screen. "I'm inside." The room froze. Threx ordered a full sweep. They found nothing, until an engineer opened a supply closet near the command chamber. Inside sat the severed head of a missing signals officer, balanced carefully on a ration crate. On the wall behind it, written in blood, "You are all dead. You just don't know when yet." That was the moment Threx understood. This was no longer a tactical problem. It was psychological ruin. So he did something a Dominion commander should never have to do. He opened negotiation. A transmission went out over human frequencies. "This is Commander Threx of the Jatal Dominion. Human operative Nathan Voss. Identify your terms." Hours later, a reply came through Threx's private channel. Impossible again. A quiet male voice. "You first." Threx forced himself to remain still. You are alone. You cannot retake this world. No, the human said, but I can make you bleed on it. What do you want? A pause. Then Voss answered, calm and cold. I want every one of your soldiers looking over their shoulders when the lights go out. Another pause. And I want you to understand something before I kill you. Threx said nothing. The human spoke again. You didn't ambush a team. A metallic tap sounded somewhere inside the command room. Close, inside. You created a survivor. The air vent above the eastern wall crashed to the floor. The chamber exploded in plasma fire. When the smoke cleared, 2 guards were dead, one with a knife in the eye, one with his throat opened. No one had seen the human enter. No one had seen him leave. Only one thing remained on Threx's desk: a black human unit patch, a silver skull with a vertical slash, the mark of Voss's team, the ghosts of Marrow Ridge. Threx ordered a quiet withdrawal from the outer settlements. It did not help. The attacks only moved closer to the retreat routes. Convoys burned on open roads. Bridge charges collapsed beneath transports. Fuel lines ruptured inside parked armor columns. Then came the music. At random times, Dominion loudspeakers would activate on their own and play distorted human songs across burning valleys and abandoned farms. Troops began to associate the music with death. Some refused to move when it played. Others fired at the speakers until their weapons overheated. And always, after the music stopped, someone vanished. The name spread faster now. The Devil of Marrow Ridge. Threx forbade it. That only made it stronger. At last, Dominion scouts intercepted a transmission from the shattered St. Alderic relay. Threx committed everything: gunships, walkers, drones, shock troops, flame teams. They surrounded the plateau and bombarded the ruins before assaulting the underground bunker beneath it. Inside, they found maps, field dressings, spent ammunition, kill tallies scratched into walls, and one live thermal signature in the final chamber. Threx entered with 20 elite guards. At the center of the room sat a lone human figure in a chair, back turned, motionless before a bank of dead consoles. At last. Nathan Voss, Threx said. No reply. A guard spun the chair. The figure fell sideways. A dead Dominion trooper. Throat cut, eyes stitched open, a speaker wired into the chest. It crackled to life. Voss's voice filled the chamber. You keep making the same mistake. Then every light went out. The charges detonated. The relay bunker split apart in fire. Above ground, the plateau collapsed. Gunships burned in the sky. Walkers toppled. Munitions cooked off in chained explosions. The entire operation had been bait. Threx was thrown across the room, his weapon spun away. When he looked up through smoke and ash, a single figure stood framed in the ruined doorway. Nathan Voss. Alive, rifle in hand, knife at his vest, face blackened with soot. Waiting. Threx tried to crawl backward. You could have killed me before, he rasped. Voss approached slowly. Yes. Then why wait? For the first time, emotion touched the human's face. Not madness, not cruelty, grief. So you could watch it happen. Outside, the retreat sirens were already sounding. The invasion was collapsing. Threx laughed weakly through broken teeth. A single soldier did this? Voss looked down at him. No. He leaned closer. A single soldier survived it. Then he pressed something cold against Threx's chest plate. A beacon, a human military target marker. Threx's blood turned to ice. Above the clouds, engines began to scream. Human drop engines. Voss stepped back into the smoke as the first sonic booms rolled across the ridge. Threx tried to crawl, tried to shout. Then the human's voice came one last time out of the dark. You wanted this world afraid of you. The sky split open in fire. Human drop pods tore down through the clouds like falling stars. And Nathan Voss said, now they know what to fear.